Hello, ladies and gentlemen, crypto deep divers. Welcome back to Weekly Crypto. Today, I'm going to talk about EOS. EOS dApps surpassed Tron in new user acquisition. Also, Wanchain support EOS at the next blockchain bridge. This is a good news. And also, I will touch on Bakkt, Litecoin, S&P, and Bitcoin as well. So in case you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out the upcoming airdrop, hard fork, or token swap. Also, you can follow me on Twitter as well. Let's get into it. Oh, before we get into that, if you're interested in getting some blockchain merchandise or hardware wallet, Trezor, or Ledger, you can go to bitcoin-gear.com. So for the first-time customer and for my viewers, you can get a 10% discount for the order. So you can just enter the promo code welcome_10% when checkout. I will put the link below if you're interested. So let's get into it. So EOS dApps basically surpassed Tron in terms of new user acquisition with a total of over 39,000 new addresses in the past week. So the number of new users of EOS and Ethereum has increased by more than 40% since last week. Also, Tron is in a recession right now, falling nearly 20%, but still surpassing Ethereum. So user acquisition also directly affects the number of weekly active users. And Tron has a small loss, about 5% weekly active user. Ethereum and EOS continue to grow, and the EOS weekly active user reached about 132,000. And in terms of transaction volume, Tron achieved a sharp growth of more than 200%, reaching a transaction scale of nearly 8 billion Tron, which is equivalent to 180 million US dollars. So even surpassing the sum of EOS and Ethereum transaction volume combined. That's interesting. So this is the chart for the dApps weekly new user. In terms of new user, Tron has been dropping from over 36,000 to 29,000. In terms of EOS, this is from over 27,000 to 39,000. Ethereum, 14,000 to 20,000. So this is between February and March. And for that weekly active user, not new. So for Tron is 95,000 to 90,000. It has a dip, decreasing. And in terms of EOS, it's over 127,000 to 132,000. And in terms of Ethereum, from 35,000 to 41,000. And in terms of dApps weekly transaction volume, in terms of in USD, so Tron is like going to the moon, like from 58 million to 179 million in terms of transaction volume. And for EOS, it's from 142 million dropping down to 102 million. For Ethereum, from 22 million to 24 million. That's nothing much has changed, but Tron has blown up like 200% in terms of transaction volume. For the Tron dApps, this is the top 10 dApps, all in gaming, casinos. Tron Bet weekly trading volume is significant ahead of other dApps, even account for 87% of the Tron's overall trading volume. On average, each active user contribute more than 860,000 Tron on the Tron Bet. And this is the Tron dApps ranking for the weekly active user. Like you have Fishing Master, Tron, all those games, Tron Bet, Epic Dragon. Those are gaming thing. You can check it out. And in terms of EOS dApps, so there's some new kits on the blog. For example, Backhash, Trust Dice, VSBet, EOS ABC, all in the casino category. So Backhash probably contribute 1.93 million EOS regarding the in terms of the transaction volume. So maybe because of the dividend system seems to be successful because for the Backhash, so that's why it attracts so many volume. And basically they also attract nearly 7,000 new users in the Backhash. And overall, the number of active users of this top 10 dApps has been increasing. Also, Poker King, one of the top traded dApps last week, have been pushed out of the list. So Poker King is already gone. So you can see the first one, Endless Game, Bingo Bet, Candy Box, Bet Hash, Trust Dice, VS Bet. So there's different kinds of game. So you can check it out. Ethereum dApps in terms of like Theta network has been launched, right? So that's why they have been moving forward to a #1 position. And in terms of weekly active user and also new user as well because of the mainnet launch. And this attract a lot of people to the Theta network. I talked about Theta network long time ago when nobody talked about it, probably last year. And when they are still in probably in ICO stage or whatever. So marketplace like iDex, CDP Portal, Fort Delta, Kyber Network remain the highest attraction. Also CryptoKitty, My Crypto Heroes, 0x Universe also on the list as well. So you can 0x Universe, those are gaming. So marketplace, iDex is the decentralized exchange. So you can check it out. This is pretty interesting. So Wanchain, they basically support the EOS at the next blockchain bridge. So Wanchain next blockchain bridge will be EOS. So this is the integration is already this integration basically they already in progress and will be complete in Q2, making EOS and its powerful network of dApps fully interoperable with the Bitcoin and Ethereum blockchain. So this is cool. And so let's talk about Bakkt. So Bakkt, we have been talking about Bakkt, like the Bitcoin ETFs. They said they're going to back Bitcoin. They're going to use the real Bitcoin as the back. The ETF will be backed by real Bitcoin. But just be careful. I mean, anytime Wall Street come in with something like that, they may diluting the value of Bitcoin. The reason why is because they may rehypothecate and commingling the assets, so they can amplify the Bitcoin maybe 100x or 10x to 100x whatever. So they could be diluting the value of Bitcoin as well. So if you don't know what is rehypothecation and commingling, you can go back to my previous video and I will put the link below as well. I think this is very important that you understand those concepts. If you don't own your private key, you don't own your coin, period. And Bitcoin future market approval appears stuck in a limbo. Oh, that's good. I don't care. I don't care about the back. Who cares, right? And also New Zealand, the Cryptopia got hacked and they're going to resume trading the end of March. So Cryptopia, I don't use it very often. So in the exchange, don't leave your coin in the exchange. Just once you trade, just transfer your coin out of the exchange to your wallet. I used Cryptopia once. That was long time ago, probably 2 years ago when I'm trading Electronium. I sold all my Electronium at the time, at the peak. And I transfer my Bitcoin out of the exchange right away after I do the trade because I don't trust Cryptopia. I don't like the exchange. But just be careful out there. And also Visa card hiring blockchain expert for Visa crypto. So right now a lot of company, big company or JP Morgan, a lot of big firm or big company are backslashing or saying bad things about crypto, but the thing is, at the background, they are hiring a whole bunch of blockchain experts. They know that this is the future, so they don't tell you, but behind the scene they do a lot of things. So let's talk about the S&P quickly. So S&P, okay. So the S&P have been pumping once again. Go back, remember during before Christmas, you have a mini stock market crash, and right now it pumped all the way back. I think those money from the Punch Protection Team. If you don't know what's Punch Protection Team, you can go back to my previous video. Basically, there's a team that if the stock market drop, they're going to buy back all these things. This is basically supported by the central banker or some elite group. They want to keep the stock market to keep pumping. Another thing is Powell. Remember Powell saying that before, I think last year, they said they're going to do tightening, the QE tightening thing, right? But right now, after Trump saying that if you keep tightening, increasing interest rate, the stock market is going to crash. Now, the Fed chairman changed his position. That means they're saying that, the tightening will be depending on the economic situation, blah, blah, blah. So that means they are not tightening. They may implement, implying that another QE coming up. So maybe that's one of the reasons. But this is a little bit extended. Just be careful for the S&P. This is not a financial advice. Use your due diligence. And in terms of Litecoin, so Litecoin, the short position, LTC USD short position has been building up. So that means they want to pump the price in order to liquidate the short position. But the thing is, I don't know how far this pump will go. Just be careful. So everything go up must go down. And let's talk about shift gear a little bit about the foreigners now dumping most of the US investment in a decade in December and January. So this is basically the US total cross-border investment outflow rose to basically go up to 143.7 billion in January. This is the biggest net month outflow since September 2016. So this is significant. You can see there's an outflow of money from the foreigners. And also, in terms of the largest outflow since February, you can see all that as well. And the largest 12-month average sales since June 2016 for the inflow and outflow of the US security has been going down as well. And also the breakdown of the outflow showed the US stocks were heavily sold. You can see the foreigners are basically dumping the US stock as well. I think the only people buying probably the elite or the bankers, the big banks are buying right now to support to pump up the price, to sustain it. And the thing is, to me, they are probably trying to offload their position, and they gradually offload their positions. Once they finish offload their positions, there will be a big dump. So just be careful. I could be wrong. This is not a financial advice. Use your due diligence once again. So in fact, foreigners dumped most US stocks since September 2015. You can see this is a big dump as well. So despite all the selling, the big buyers of the US Treasury is in January, basically Japan. And so they are buying a lot of US Treasury. Maybe they want to move out from the risky asset to a more safe haven like US Treasury or US dollar. But those fiat currency, temporary may be safe, but long term may not be. So Taiwan and Thailand were the biggest buyers, were the big buyers for the treasury as well. China also dipped back its toes in the second month. And for the big seller for the US Treasury is Luxembourg, Ireland, and Saudi Arabia were the biggest seller for the US Treasury. So this is pretty interesting. Let me know what you think about this foreigners dumping US investment. Is the biggest, one of the most, they dump most US investment in a decade in December and January. Let me know what you think. I would like to hear from you. Also, what do you think about the direction of Bitcoin? I have been talking about Bitcoin. The direction of Bitcoin will be sideways toward the downward momentum. So let me know what you think about the direction of Bitcoin. Do you think we are near the bottom, or we are already at the bottom? What do you think? So please comment below. I would like to hear from you. And what do you think about Litecoin? What's the direction of Litecoin? Do you think it will keep pumping, or there will be some type of corrections coming up? And how about the S&P? What do you think about the S&P? Do you think it's a little bit overextended? And don't forget, we have a 10-year bull market. Basically, it has been going straight up from after the financial crisis in 2008. It's a very long stretch bull market since 2008, the financial crisis. So let me know what you think about all this. I would like to hear from you. And also the EOS dApps. What do you think about the EOS dApps? What games you're playing at this time? Please comment below. I would like to hear from you. Also, I read every single comment, and I also respond to every single comment. And I love to hear from you. And if you found this video helpful, smash the like, subscribe, also share with your friends, also comment below. This will help my ranking in YouTube, and I will continue to provide a quality video for you guys. Also, you can follow me on Twitter as well. And also, if you have already subscribed, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out the upcoming airdrop, hard fork, or token swap. Also, you can follow me on Twitter as well. Remember, crypto deep divers, we the people take control of our money. Stay wise, stay safe, peace. I'm not a financial advisor. Investing in IC or cryptocurrency has inherent risk. Please use your due diligence.